Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and for some reason this is one of my favorite snap-on screwdrivers. It's an old school electronics driver, little slotted front end, nothing too fancy here. This is the part number, if you can see that. Doesn't matter, here's the new version. This is the SSDE66B. The problem is I think it's discontinued as far as I can tell. And what makes it different is it basically has a fairly straight shaft. They don't flare it out like that. And you'd think, well, is that a big enough deal? Well, there's something about the control with this screwdriver, actually with this one, that I really like. It's got a long shaft, so it gives you plenty of working room, lots of visual acuity. You can easily line this up or use two hands on it. It's got a dimple in the back for a little more precision spinning or control, so you can keep the handle lined up as you're moving it in a circle, and that's important with electronic screwdrivers. A lot of them will have something spinning on the back so you can maintain a grip while you're turning. But anyway, I think it's gone, and that to me is sad, but maybe nobody was buying these. I don't know why. It does have knurling up here. The newer version, they moved the knurling or made the knurling a little shorter, except it ends in about the same spot. So if I line this up, they think there's something magical about that amount. But you can't obviously use it right up against it. So maybe they saved a millionth of a cent by not knurling that little piece like they did here. But anyway, the other day I was at Home Depot and they had this in the clearance section, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. Maybe nobody wants these little tiny straight shafted electronic screwdrivers. And this looks like it's got all the Milwaukee goodness of the USA made. Maybe the the overmold on the acetate handle. You can see the part number there, maybe MT. Can't even read that thing. Why'd they do that? MT213, it looks like. And they also had this one sitting. Whoops, this guy's sitting here. So similar handle, maybe the same. You can see they're both labeled 3/16, and they both have this really fine front end, with that Milwaukee laser, etching, I guess, on the front. And this one, on the shorter here, again, no knurling, but Milwaukee does put knurling on some of their other USA made ones, so I wish they had here. Maybe they're going to upgrade it, or maybe they're discontinuing it. I don't know. But this is a wonderful little screwdriver. Not quite as good as my old school one, but pretty close. So I'm not sure who all makes something like this, but it's a smaller handle, but definitely larger than this. And the new snap-on longer 3/16 shafted screwdrivers don't have this kind of a handle on them, and you can look them up in the catalog. I haven't run into them on the truck. Other little ones, yeah, these are kind of the normal. They come in handy. They're great, indispensable. But having a longer shaft like this for different kinds of uses I just find myself grabbing these particular screwdrivers. Here's a set that I've got of small ones. People are always asking the number on this set. There they are. They are knurled. Very handy. I don't know if they make these anymore. But these are the kind of the traditional ones, traditional sizes, but not in these longer shaft versions. So anyway, I thought I'd bring that up. Why? Well, because these Milwaukees, they were on sale. They were like 13 bucks new or something. They were $3 each. $3, USA made Milwaukee screwdrivers in the clearance section at Home Depot. And to have maybe a modern version of one of my favorite screwdrivers. Even this one, normally if I beat up the tip, I might get rid of it, but I can't get another one like this, at least according to my Snap-on dealer. So, oh well. But anyway, I wish Milwaukee would add some knurling, and then I don't know if they've discontinued it or not. It's hard to tell sometimes. But if you're at your Home Depot and you have a interest in these little tiny, 3/16 size long electronic screwdrivers, they might have them for $3. Crazy. But anyway, that's the video for the day. If you didn't know about these guys, there are longer versions too. Check this guy out. boom, 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 all the way. This is another one. I was able to get a long shaft reinstalled on it. The other one, it gets messed up. It's easy to screw up these things. This one might still be available. They say 730 seconds. You can see this is the SGD 480B, but it's got that giant Instinct handle. Compared to something like this, you can see it's a different beast. Front end still very good, but whole different mechanism when it comes down to the human interface on the thing. Just love these little guys. Wish this is definitely one of those I would buy if I saw it in a a secondhand store or something, just to have. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on these, or if you've got a one that stands out for you like that. And with that, Doc out.